Now, these are thousands of holy manuscripts dating back to the 13th century. They were smuggled out of historic West African shrines in steel boxes as al-Qaeda terrorists were destroying religious and cultural monuments back in 2012. But thanks to a group of Minnesota monks, those historic manuscripts are safe. And Kevin Doran shows us how they are preserving the history of different religions from around the world.
There is nothing rushed about the quiet life of Benedictine monks at St. John's University. Collegeville, Minnesota is far away from Syria and Iraq, where ISIS is pillaging and destroying churches, monasteries, and mosques. But the destruction in the Middle East has the Benedictines racing to save holy manuscripts before ISIS gets them first.
How dangerous is it?
A place like Mosul is extremely dangerous. All the Christians are gone.
Father Columbus Stewart is executive director of the Hill Museum and Manuscript Library. St. John's has a collection of manuscripts dating back to the 5th or 6th century.
So the writing on the left was done with a quill, and then the painting on the right.
What year would this be?
This is 15th century.
You can see more holy manuscripts here than any other place in the world.
And this is where we have our 93,000 reels of microfilm.
93,000.
50 years ago, during the Cold War, monks from St. John's started putting manuscripts on microfilm.
And so here you see some of those tens and tens of thousands of rolls.
This is European history.
This is European history. This would be a Latin manuscript from an Austrian monastery from the very early days of our work in the 1960s.
How does this fit in with what Benedictines have done for centuries?
It's almost part of our DNA.
Benedictines have always preserved the past. In the Dark Ages, before printing, monks copied manuscripts by hand.
But the technology has changed.
It absolutely has. But the fundamental concept is one of simply the importance and significance of human cultures from the past.
Today they use computers to digitize manuscripts, both here at St. John's and in places where they are threatened by war, the environment, and neglect. Over 5 decades, the library has worked in 23 countries. This year, the budget is $2.4 million. The library has a network of hundreds of people of different faiths who speak many languages and have one goal: to safeguard history. They train locals to handle fragile texts and provide the equipment to take pictures of each page and create digital copies.
So this is where we keep the hard drives.
The hard drives are then shipped back to Collegeville, where they are cataloged and stored. 2,000 manuscripts have been photographed in Mosul, Iraq since 2014. This book is from the Library of the Dominican Friars, which is no longer there. It was printed in 1516 and announces the voyage of Christopher Columbus to the New World.
In fines orbis omnia verba eorum. So the word goes out to all the ends of the earth.
The book was smuggled out before ISIS arrived. Many other originals could not be saved.
So what we're looking at here is a 10th or 11th century Syriac manuscript from Mosul, Iraq.
And you believe this has been destroyed by ISIS?
We're pretty confident that it's gone.
But its contents live on, thanks to the Benedictines who have archived all those stories.
No one's had the heart to count, but we think it's over 50 million pages. So it's a lot of stuff.
It's all our history.
That's right. That's right.
And there's only one place you can see it all: in a library on a hillside in central Minnesota. In Collegeville, Kevin Doran, 5 Eyewitness News.
And Kevin says in April, the Hill Museum and Manuscript Library at St. John's University will unveil the world's largest online collection of holy manuscripts. It'll be free for anyone to use. We've posted a slideshow with more pictures for you at kstp.com.